Yeah, you know what it is.
White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
Yeah, you know what it is.
White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
Yeah, you know what it is. Collinsville High School, a champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is white and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. We shut it down for the school and the sports team. White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. Purple and white, but you know what I mean. Double 11 senior year made history. Football, we took it to the playoffs. Collinsville, white and purple, yeah, we are the Kahoks. I said the Kahoks, the school of champions. We laugh a lot, we rap a lot. I'm asked to be an Indian again. I'm telling them that Collinsville is where it's at. So when we on the field of court, they better be aware of that. They scared of that. Of course, look at the ceiling. What up, Mr. Floyd? Yeah, it's Collinsville. And yes, I'm glad to say that I'm a Kahok. I'm about to graduate. Yeah, you know what it is. Collinsville High School, a champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is white and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. We shut it down for the school and the sports team. White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
White and purple, yeah, I know you see it. You see the chaos and you tell yourself you wanna be it. I go to CHS, so I am a champ. I ran this game so long, I'm starting to get a stomach cramp. Class of 1, 2, but we're number 1. Shout out to all my juniors, yeah, you know we get it done. White and purple, you already know. It's little easy peasy and that boy lay low.
Yeah, you know what it is. Collinsville High School, a champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is white and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. We shut it down for the school and the sports team. White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
I'm about my white and purple, Scarface and DJ Screw. We on the peak of the mountain, best at what we do. Yeah, we the champs, homie, but we ain't selling shoes. These boys bleeding purple, call us the cheapin' crew. They don't gotta do it big, cause I don't play with sports. I play my cards right. Now a good report. When Dub 12 comes, it's time to roll off. I'm in the back cause everybody rolling with me, K-Hawks.
Yeah, you know what it is.
Look, all the freshmen, sophomores,
High school,
juniors,
like champions.
yeah, they know what it is.
All around my town, everything is
White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
we shut it down for the school and the sports team.
White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
Yeah, you know what it is. Collinsville High School, a champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is white and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. We shut it down for the school and the sports team. White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
And very good evening to everyone, and we welcome you to Edwardsville, Illinois, and Edwardsville High School. I am Todd Duke, and glad that you're with us here on the Kahoks Sports Network on a Tuesday evening. We have some girls basketball action for you as Collinsville gets ready to take on the Edwardsville Tigers. And we welcome you in to the Cullip Jennings Florist pregame show, brought to you by Cullip Jennings Florist, a staple in the Collinsville area, has been for generations. Cullip Jennings Florist is located at 517 West Clay Street. You can stop in for weekly specials. This week's special, well, they're working on Valentine's Day, kids. Valentine's Day is coming up on the 14th of February as usual, and it's not too early to get those orders in. If you have some body in mind and you know you need to spend some money and you know you don't want to wait till the last second, Cullip Jennings Florist is a place to call, 344-0404, or online, cullipjennings.com. Kahoks come into this contest 8-7 overall. They are 2-3 in Southwestern Conference play. Edwardsville 16-1 on the year. They are 5-0 in conference play. Both head coaches are named Lori. Lori Billy is your head coach for Collinsville. She's in her 10th year, 122 wins and 135 losses. Lori Blade is in her 18th year with Edwardsville, and she is looking for win number 500 here tonight as the Edwardsville head coach. Overall, with her previous stints, she has a winning record of 733, 32, and 90. So, pretty impressive resume there. If that wasn't enough for you, she has also won over 700 games in softball. 730 wins there and 119 losses. Only coach in Illinois high school sports history with over 700 wins in 2 different sports. I broached that subject with Collinsville head coach Lori Billy just a little while ago. We'll pass that conversation on to you next as the Caleb Jennings Florist pregame show continues here on the Kahok Sports Network.
Caleb Jennings Florist, a Collinsville original since 1939. Caleb Jennings Florist has a wide variety of green and blooming plants, specializing in all designs, from traditional to trend settings. Caleb Jennings Florist is of course your place for beautiful flowers, suitable for any occasion. From anniversaries to birthdays, graduations to weddings, Caleb Jennings Florist is there for any life's major moments. Caleb Jennings Florist, 517 West Clay Street in Collinsville. Call 344-0404 or online at calebjennings.com.
And we welcome you back into the Caleb Jennings Florist pregame show here on the Kahok Sports Network. We're at Edwardsville High School here tonight as we get you set for some Lady Kahok basketball as your Collinsville Kahawks get ready to take on the Edwardsville Tigers. We're joined now by Collinsville head coach Lori Billy. Coach, let's go back to the game Thursday against Belleville East that we did. I know I didn't talk to you after the game. You sent me up Katie Knutson, player of the game, in my eyes too. So talk about her performance and the team win.
Katie was the difference. Really, she stepped up, and defensively, I thought she did some things really well for us, but offensively, she just took charge and ended up with 21 points and deserved every one of them. She was really good for us, and she was the difference in the game. I know the ending score didn't look like it, but we had them up. We had them at one point, I think, down 13, and she was able to kind of maintain that just with her presence. So.
We're about 3 weeks away from seedings coming out between now and that cutoff point when you can't do anything else about your job on the floor. What are we looking for from your girls?
It's kind of the same thing all season. We're looking for consistency. I want them to play hard for 32 minutes and just play their game and not fall into the traps of getting their heads down when something goes wrong and not being able to kind of come back against things and then being able to take care of the ball when they are ahead and be in control. And so it's just consistency.
Do you or they put any more emphasis on a Southwestern Conference game than any other game?
Not really. We walk out on the floor prepared to play and to win. And obviously Southwestern Conference is important to us because we want to do well in the conference. But every game is a game that we want to go out and we have the intent of going out and winning. So.
All right, we are at Edwardsville tonight. I want to talk to you about your opponent. Also happens to be named Lori. Lori Blade, I know you guys are friends. You've been doing this for a long time, and I'm sure that you were the assistant when she was still doing the head coaching thing. But talk about her for a minute I'm looking at stuff, and I'm amazed. This woman has won 700 basketball games in high school and 700 softball games. The only person in Illinois to ever do that, and I would bet you would be hard-pressed to find somebody in the entire United States that does it. I'm sure there are a few, but not very many.
No, you're right. She's quite an example for all of us. And I've been blessed. I've known her for years. And, yeah, I was the assistant coach when she first came here. And she's just always been very kind and respectful. But, when you step on the floor with her, there's no – it's not that we're not friends, but it's all of a sudden we become competitors. And she's going to give it everything she's got. She's a fantastic coach. She expects her kids to perform at the top all the time, and not that we don't, but she has a way of pulling that out of kids and demanding it, and she's something to be around and listen to, and I've been honored to be her friend and her colleague as well.
I bet you guys can get together and spin some good stories, can't you?
Oh yeah, when we get together, and we have a few times been able to get together and have pizza or whatever, and we've had quite a few conversations over the years.
All right, talk to me about this game here tonight. You have Edwardsville, obviously, the biggest rivalry that Collinsville has is the Edwardsville Tigers. I don't care if you're playing charades or jacks or tiddlywinks or whatever it is. Collinsville always wants to beat Edwardsville. Where did that come from? I mean, Southwestern Conference is loaded with East St. Louis's and Belleville West and O'Fallon's. Where does this rivalry with Edwardsville come from?
It's been that way as long as I can remember. And I grew up in Collinsville, and I graduated from Collinsville, and it's always been a rivalry with Edwardsville, but it's always been a friendly one. It's when it comes down to it, it's time to come together as communities. We've done that in the past as well to help each other out. But it's a big one. It's a big rivalry. It just goes back many years.
All right, let's go back to the last game at your place. You guys were right where you wanted to be, I think. You had them. You were only down by 3 at the end of the first half. You're only down by 6 at the end of the third quarter. Man, fourth quarter came around and they outscored you 15-5. So how do we get them all 4 at the same time?
It's funny that you say that because we were watching film and I stopped the film with 1 minute and 24 seconds left on the clock, and we were actually up by 1. And by the time the third quarter ended, we were down by 6. And so we talked about that, about doing the little things right and taking advantage of every play that we have and being careful to make sure that we're doing everything we talked about, which boxing out and making sure that they don't get cutters running across the top of us. And it's like you said, we were in that game in the fourth quarter. We, we did have to foul a little bit, and they made free throws, but it was a closer game than it looked in the books. And I think tonight we have looked at some of those things, and we're prepared to face what we have to face to be able to keep it a close game.
All right, Coach. Well, thanks a lot. Go get them. Good luck.
Thank you so much.
Lori Miller, your Collinsville Lady Kahok basketball head coach. We'll take a break here on the Cullen Jennings Flores pregame show. When we come back, we will have the starting rosters on both sides, and then we'll talk about some more names and numbers. All that and more coming up on the Kahok Sports Network.
Call Up Jennings Florist, a Collinsville original since 1939. Call Up Jennings Florist has a wide variety of green and blooming plants, specializing in all designs, from traditional to trend settings. Call Up Jennings Florist is of course your place for beautiful flowers, suitable for any occasion. From anniversaries to birthdays, graduations to weddings, Call Up Jennings Florist is there for any life's major moments. Call Up Jennings Florist, 517 West Clay Street in Collinsville. Call 344-0404 or online at callupjennings.com.
Cafe Agape serves up some of the best sandwiches, burgers, pork steaks, meatloaf, and more in Collinsville. And yes, they do catering, wedding receptions, luncheons, business meetings, and more. And Cafe Agape is your destination for all of your holiday and party favorites, both main courses and delicious sides. Cafe Agape, check them out at 703 St. Louis Road, or check out the lunch buffet at the Columbus Plaza location on 157 in Collinsville. Call Cafe Agape at 345-CAFE, 345-2233. Yes, they still cater. Cafe Agape, that's some good eats.
Hi, Purple and White fans. This is Dan Mode, class of 1989. I'm with New American Funding. Myself and New American Funding are proud sponsors of Kahok Athletics. As we have great coaches at CHS on all the courts, fields, and tracks, we like to coach you through the home buying process and refinance process. If there's ever anything we can do, I can be reached at 618-973-5343 or www.danmodeloans.com. Let's support our student athletes at CHS. They deserve the best. Thank you for your time, and go Kahawks.
Once again, welcome back to Edwardsville here on the Kahok Sports Network. I'm Todd Duke, Chris Kettler alongside as we're getting you ready for Collinsville Lady Kahok basketball as they take on the arch rival Edwardsville Lady Tigers. As we bring in Chris Kettler now. Chris, you got to hear the pregame show interview with Coach Billy. Your thoughts?
Well, it's a big task here tonight against Edwardsville. It seems like a lot of respect here between these two coaches, and I think our coach Lori here wants to try to finally get another win here over Edwardsville. We've only been able to get one here over the last few years. They were right with them the last time, up one late, like she said, and you want this game for seeding purposes too. And if now we can avoid Edwardsville in our regional or get us ahead of some of the other teams that maybe we're even with, I think we're going to have the national anthem.
We are. We're going to take a break. We'll be right back and fill in all the rosters for you in just a moment on the Kahok Sports Network.
Call Up Jennings Florist, a Collinsville original since 1939. Call Up Jennings Florist has a wide variety of green and blooming plants, specializing in all designs, from traditional to trend settings. Call Up Jennings Florist is of course your place for beautiful flowers, suitable for any occasion. From anniversaries to birthdays, graduations to weddings, Call Up Jennings Florist is there for any life's major moments. Call Up Jennings Florist, 517 West Clay Street in Collinsville. Call 344-0404 or online at callupjennings.com.
Everyone has those projects around the house that you just don't want to do. AW Outdoor Solutions can take care of that for you. Former Collinsville High School graduate Adam Welly owns AW Outdoor Solutions, and he and his crew can handle all of the dirty work around your home or business. Whether that's tree trimming and maintenance, brush removal, power washing, gutter cleaning, and leaf raking and removal. AW Outdoor Solutions can handle that and much more. AW Outdoor Solutions is fully insured and offers free estimates on all of their work. AW Outdoor Solutions. Call Adam Welly at 314-252-8010 or on Facebook at AW Outdoor Solutions. First National Bank of Waterloo, celebrating over 100 years of banking in the Metro East. Visit First National Bank of Waterloo's O'Fallon branch office for your mortgage and lending needs. Why? Super low closing costs, low construction loan rates, and they do so much to support our local communities. When you need a loan, come see Bill Metzger at First National Bank of Waterloo in O'Fallon. Call Bill at 618-632-1010. Visit him at 104 Regency Park in O'Fallon or online at fnbwaterloo.com. That's my bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Call Up Jennings Florist, a Collinsville original since 1939. Call Up Jennings Florist has a wide variety of green and blooming plants, specializing in all designs, from traditional to trend settings. Call Up Jennings Florist is of course your place for beautiful flowers, suitable for any occasion. From anniversaries to birthdays, graduations to weddings, Call Up Jennings Florist is there for any life's major moments. Call Up Jennings Florist, 517 West Clay Street in Collinsville. Call 344-0404 or online at callupjennings.com.
Todd Duke, Chris Kettler back with you from Luco Jackson Gymnasium here on the campus of Edwardsville High School as we're getting you ready for little girls basketball between Collinsville and Edwardsville. Here are your starters for the Edwardsville Tigers. Kiara Love, the 5'4" senior who was just named to the McDonald All-American game coming up a little bit later this year. She'll be out there, the former Kahok. Ellie Evans, 6' sophomore out there as well. Caitlin Roberts, the 6'3" junior. Sydney Harris, the 6' sophomore. And Maria Smith, the 5'9" senior. Same starting lineup for Edwardsville. The last time these two teams met back at Collinsville High School in December the 5th, as a matter of fact. Faith Liljegren, the 5'7" senior. Astasia Bush, the 5'10" junior. Katie Knutson, the 5'11" senior. Riley Doyle, the 5'7" junior. And Kristen Mitchell, the 6' senior. As my esteemed colleague over here, Chris Kettler, mentioned, it's been a while. 2015 since Collinsville beat Edwardsville on the basketball court in a girls' game, and that happened at Collinsville High School. So you're talking 5 years ago. You want to know how long it's been since we've beaten Edwardsville on their home floor?
Oh, 16?
6.
What?
Yes, 2006. Collinsville beat the Tigers 40-31 here. That was the last time that Collinsville beat Edwardsville on their floor. So it was 2006 to 2015 between wins.
14 years ago.
Yeah.
I thought you were asking me how many years it was. Yeah. So I was close. I meant 16 years ago.
Okay. 14. That was close.
Yeah.
All right, we're underway. And Edwardsville wins the opening tip-off, by the way. As we get this three-point shot already for Sydney Harris, and that's how this one starts. A little dubiously, actually.
No waste of time there. You found an open spot there. Kahoks, I guess, going to settle back in the zone and fires it up there.
Well, now we have our first turnover as Collinsville's Astasia Bush stepped out of bounds over on the far side. What was I getting ready to say? I don't even know what I was getting ready to say. I lost track of that one right off the bat. That's because I gotta make up my scoreboard stuff. Oh yeah, I was ready to talk about the JV game. Collinsville lost that game, 41-28. Collinsville was down 12-2 after the first quarter. By the end of the third, it was 31-28. Collinsville had gotten it all the way back to within 3 points, and then they got blanked in the fourth quarter. Edwardsville outscoring the Kahoks in that fourth quarter 10-0 to post that 41-28 lead. So the JV Lady Kahoks took one on the chin, so to speak, after a valiant effort on the comeback. They just kind of ran into the same thing that the varsity girls ran into last time these two teams met, the fourth quarter meltdown.
Those JV girls games are funny sometimes. They're streaky sometimes, and just got to be in the right position at the end.
Here's Kristen Mitchell off the glass, good for two, and Collinsville is on the board. 1 point game. We're just underway, though. 6:48 left to play here in this opening quarter. I'm Todd Duke. Chris Kettler is the other voice that you hear, and the Edwardsville Tigers bring the ball up court dressed in their home white uniforms. Numbers are in yellow in the back, and another. Oh, that was a 2-point shot. That Kiera Love just hit. Referee on the other side pointed to the floor instead of having his hand raised up with the three fingers up. So just 2 points, and they'll have to change that on the scoreboard here too.
Collinsville full court pressing him, and then Edwardsville gets behind him and leaves Love wide open for that shot.
Astasia Bush scores, and it's a 1 point game, 5-4. Rebound down at the other end for an Edwardsville shot goes to Edwardsville, and that was Maria Smith, who just kind of waited everybody out and turned around and found some space and got up there and put one in.
Yeah, Edwardsville beats them down again. Next thing you know, they're in underneath, and one offensive rebound later, and a little weight out, and they get the basket. Now the Kahoks can't get the ball up the court.
Faith Liljegren got trapped in the backcourt by Sydney Harris just as she was moving forward and then fell down, and that pretty much wasted the rest of the time if there was any left. Second turnover for Collinsville here in the early going. And here comes Kiera Love at the top of the key, being watched by Faith Liljegren. I talked to her before the game. She has agreed to join me on the pregame program Thursday from Belleville West.
Harris comes backdoor cutter there, and Edwardsville finds her, and another easy basket going to the hole.
Here's Astasia Bush. She'll throw the ball and try to thread the pass up that far sideline, but it's knocked out of bounds by Ellie Evans, the 6-foot sophomore. These two teams met back in December at Collinsville High School. It was very close from the beginning. Here's a backdoor pass for Kristen Mitchell. She goes up in a crowd, can't get it to go, and we're going to have a foul called. And this one is going to go against who?
Called Mitchell in a hold.
Did they?
I didn't see that one.
No.
Like she tried to throw the pass up.
How can you hold somebody when you have the ball in your hands and you're going up for a shot? Well, that was Kristen Mitchell. She says, I'm going to go steal that one, and then Kristen pops something in her shoulder. She's in a little bit of pain.
Athletic trainer will check on her, and
all of a sudden she grabbed that left shoulder immediately, and she's in some pain. She's going to have a seat at the bench, and she's going to get looked at by the Edwardsville athletic trainer, and that'll bring in Jenna Scheller, the 6'2" freshman, right off the bat. I didn't see exactly if anything happened. I don't think she ran into the scorer's table, did she?
No, she was right next to it there.
Yeah.
It seemed to be going for the ball, maybe just reaching down or something too quickly. Could have been from the traffic underneath. It just took a while to process itself onto her.
All right, 9-4 game, and another whistle. Can't get a flow going in this one yet. Now they're going to make Sydney Harris stand right in the middle of the Kahok bench and throw it in, and they do so to Love. Love will take it around to the top of the key. We're 3 minutes into this first quarter. Here at the top of the key now is Roberts. Roberts will pass the ball over to Evans on the handoff. Evans will try a three from the wing, and that one misses. And the rebound belongs to Riley Doyle. Collinsville gets their first rebound of the game, up to Faith Liljegren. Liljegren, a nice way to fake it, and then gives it up to Katie Knutson, and Knutsen's fouled on her way up for a shot, and she'll go to the free throw line.
Let's get the ball down in transition there. Liljegren does shake Love just enough to get it over to Knutson. She'll go to the line.
Katie on the year is 57% free throw shooter, and she hits the first one. Her first points in this game, coming in having hit 40 of 70.
Coach Billy getting the assessment from the trainer over there. And
next shot by Knutson misses, and the rebound belongs to Edwardsville.
Hopefully Mitchell can get back in this game.
She's not holding the shoulder anymore, so apparently whatever it is may be over. Here is a kickback on the baseline to Love, and that's a three-point shot that hits the rim, falls down right in front of Doyle, and then Liljegren picks up the bounce. And back the other way we go. Here is Knutson inside to Scheller, and Scheller gets trapped up and double dribbles.
Yep, dribbled her way in there, picked it up, tried to get the ball taken away from her, and must have thought it counted when the Edwardsville player grabbed the ball, but it didn't. Continues to dribble.
Fourth turnover. Collinsville had 18 turnovers in the first matchup back at Collinsville High School on December the 5th. In that game, Collinsville was only trailing by 3, 11-8 after one quarter of play. We're halfway through this one. It's 9-5 in favor of Edwardsville, and here is Love in the corner on the far side, and she does a nice move to get around Liljegren, puts up a shot, and collects 2 more points. Love now with 4, and Edwardsville now with 11. Here comes Bush over to Liljegren. Liljegren cuts the baseline, throws it all the way back out top of the key. Knutson for 3. That's a little bit too strong, and then the rebound gets knocked out of bounds off of the hands of Ariana Bennett, who's into the game for the first time. Kristen Mitchell back in there, so nice to see her not have to sit out any longer than she did. She comes back in with 1 foul, and also into the game is Macy Sylvie for Edwardsville. Back out front now to Liljegren. Original 5 starters out there for Collinsville, and a turnover once again, the 5th for the Kahawks already in this game. And here comes Kiara Love and the Edwardsville Tigers. Love for 3. That one skips across the rim. Rebound is knocked away, and Liljegren goes running right into the bench and gets caught by a couple of her friends.
Sylvie was looking to kick it back out. Liljegren was right there. Ball caromed off her. She almost chased it down before running into the bench.
Almost. Tigers with it. Love, top of the key. Over on the far side now for Kylie Berg. Berg into the corner now for Love. Love back out front for Berg once again. Berg drives into the perimeter and back into the corner for Love. That one's got a chance and swoops right out of there, and the rebound put back up by Ariana Bennett, but she'll go to the free throw line as Collinsville commits their second team foul. And this one is going to go against Astasia Bush, her first. At the free throw line, it is Ariana Bennett, and Bennett on the year, 27 for 25 from the free throw line.
First one's good from her. It's all set up from the offensive rebound. Edwardsville sticking with the threes, even though they're not quite falling yet. They've been able to get some offensive rebounds.
So 2 more for Ariana Bennett, her first 2 points of the game, and it's a 13-5 advantage for Edwardsville. I don't know if you noticed or not, Chris, but when you were listening to the interview with Lori Billy, the Lady Kahawks were out there doing nothing but shooting threes. That ball gets away, and another turnover for Collinsville.
Don't think they've taken one yet, though, really, have they?
Just the one for Knutson that just missed.
Yeah, we're trying to work the ball inside.
Yeah. If you got to go to the 3 against Edwardsville at some point, you're going to have to depend on it, so why not practice it a little bit? Edwardsville moves the ball all the way around the outside perimeter, and now they come through the perimeter, kick it back out for Berg. Berg drives just outside the baseline, kicks it to Love. Love for 3 in the corner, good.
Love just keeps on shooting. She had a couple misses there. Finds that spot in the corner, and Tigers are up 11.
And Coach Billy calls a timeout. 16-5 our score. We're back in just a moment here on the Kahok Sports Network. The people of Illinois welcome you. The folks in Collinsville, Illinois, well, they want you to stick around for a while and enjoy the sights, the fun, the food, and, of course, the Collinsville Kahawks. The city of Collinsville is a proud supporter of the Collinsville Unit 10 School District. So welcome to Collinsville. Come on over, catch a Kahawks game, or enjoy some of the new places to eat, shop, and have fun. There's plenty to do for the young and the young at heart. Enjoy Christmas at the Collins House during the holidays, tunes that bloom in the warm summer months, and more. There's plenty to do in Collinsville, so come on over for a bit. The folks in Collinsville would love to see you. For more information, go to www.collinsville.org. Todd Duke, Chris Kettler back with you from Edwardsville High School. 2:27 left to play here in this opening quarter. 16-5. Edwardsville right now has control of this first quarter. Collinsville, what they can do to try to get back in this game before it gets out of hand. Here is Doyle, almost traveled, but it doesn't matter. Oh, I was going to say it doesn't matter. She turned it over anyway, but Liljegren there with the save. Now ball gets away from her, and Edwardsville does come away with the 7th Collinsville turnover. Flying up the far hand side, that is Bennett. Bennett, top of the key, and a three-point shot that swoops out and almost falls in anyway. Off of the hands of Ellie Evans, and then a whistle on the play afterwards. And the ball ends up out of bounds. Last touched by Edwardsville. That's their first turnover of this game.
Edwardsville seems to continue to speed the Kahawks up, and it doesn't work out to their favor to run their offense, and has led to a lot of turnovers here in this first quarter.
Maria Smith checks back into the game, as does Caitlin Roberts. Here is Astasia Bush. And she is going to bring Riley Doyle back into the game for Faith Liljegren. Something going on with Faith now. She's being told to go see the trainer, so something's going on with her now too. Inbound pass comes in from Bush to Doyle. So brand new into the game is Natalie Becker for Collinsville. She was going to take the place of Doyle, but Doyle has to come back in to take the place of Liljegren. Here is Doyle with a pass over to Becker, out to the top of the key for Mitchell. Mitchell over onto the wing now for Doyle. Doyle, one bounce, and the opposite side it goes for Bush. Bush, top of the key now for Natalie Becker. Becker dribbles and drives and then pulls up her dribble and gives it up now for Doyle. Doyle, offset top of the key, over onto the other side for Bush. Free throw line, dumps it off. Mitchell for three. That's off to the far side. Saw that when it left her hand, standing in that particular spot. And the loose ball, did that touch the rim at all?
No, it was way to the right of it.
So I thought. There's a three-point try on the other end. And a miss by Edwardsville will give Collinsville the ball back. So a couple of missed three-pointers, and each team gets a crack at it. Liljegren is okay. She's ready to check back in. Here is Astasia Bush across the timeline. We have 1 minute left to play here in this opening quarter. Knutson out front for Natalie Becker. Ball gets away from her. She gets it at the free throw line. Tries to kick it back out to Doyle, but instead she puts it onto the hands of Sydney Harris, and then Katie Knutson knocks that one to one of her teammates. A very quick exchange of turnovers. All of a sudden, Edwardsville has three when just a moment ago they had none. Here is Natalie Becker. Couldn't get high enough to get over the 6-foot frame of Ariana Bennett. So another turnover for Collinsville brings the ball back here for the Tigers. And here is Maria Smith. 30 seconds to play here in this opening quarter. Into the corner it goes for Caitlin Roberts. Roberts, one dribble, back out to the top of the key for Harris. Back over to Roberts in the corner at the end of the Collinsville bench. And Natalie Becker knocks the ball out of bounds and almost takes Lori Billy with her. Liljegren's back into the game, so now Natalie Becker will go have a seat, and a timeout is going to be called by Edwardsville. So we'll take a timeout as well, and we're back in just a moment here on the Kahok Sports Network.
Brady Pest and Termite Management in Caseyville. Brady Pest and Termite Management is your local pest control source. The Midwest offers its fair share of pest problems, and Brady Pest and Termite Management is up to the challenge. Whether it's pesky rodents in the cold winter months or ants, spiders, and other pests in the warm months, Brady Pest and Termite is your solution. And termites? Brady Pest is tops in the Metro East in termite management. Do you have unwanted pests? Then call the best. Brady Pest and Termite Management in Caseyville. Call 343-1790 or on Facebook at Brady Pest and Termite.
Todd Duke and Chris Keller back with you from Luco Jackson Gymnasium here at Edwardsville High School. Lady Kahawks trail by 11, 16-5, as that ball ends up getting pushed out of bounds. Kahawks ended up losing that first matchup back in December by 16. Right now down by 11, inbound pass comes in, immediate three-point shot taken. And after a little hesitation, that one falls in for Ellie Evans. And the Tigers extend their lead. Here is Riley Doyle on the drive, kicks it out for Liljegren at the buzzer, and that one just missed. So after one quarter in the books, Collinsville trailing 19-5. Gonna try to make a way to come back into this game, and we'll find out if that happens after we take a timeout here on the Kahawk Sports Network.
At Visionary Wealth Advisors, we empower you to see your future before it's your future. To create your inheritance. To build your vision. To anticipate the known and unknown. And to find potential in both. And build new dawns. Visionary Wealth Advisors.
Todd Duke, Chris Kettler back with you from Edwardsville High School. One quarter in the books, 19-5 in favor of the Tigers. History has not been kind to the Kahawks when it comes to playing these Tigers on the girls' side of things. Over the last 20 years, Collinsville has only got 7 wins out of 40 tries against these Tigers. 0-4 in the playoffs. Of course, the last win came in 2015 in December on the Kahawk home floor. That 70-68 thriller that went down to the very end. Here is Doyle with a three-point shot. A little long, skips across the rim. And the rebound belongs to Edwardsville. Right now, Lady Tigers out rebounding Collinsville 7-3. Here's Love for the Tigers. Hands the ball off to Maria Smith. Top of the key, it goes now for Evans. Evans over to Love, another three-point try. That one rattles around but won't fall, and that's off of the top of the head of one of the Edwardsville players, but then Astasia Bush got a hand on it before it went out of bounds, so Edwardsville gets to keep it. Coach Billy is 1-17 in her 9+ years as head coach of the Lady Kahawks, and we all know where that one win came from. We just discussed it. These two teams have not met in the playoffs under Coach Billy's tenure, as Evans hits another three-pointer.
Well, Kahawks standing around looking at her, say, going to shoot it, and she takes that opportunity.
Yeah, well, she's already hit one before that, so they already knew she could hit them. So from now on, let's not let that happen. Here's a long pass all the way over to Knutson, back out to Liljegren. Over here to Doyle, into the corner, Kristen Mitchell for three. That one hits the inside of the rim and bounces right into the hands of Maria Smith. Collinsville, a little bit of trouble here. Here is Love, bounce pass that was a no-look pass, and not looking also was Caitlin Roberts. No-look passes usually work when the person passing the ball doesn't look at the person who's receiving the ball, not the other way around.
Got to be in sync there to get that one.
Fourth turnover for Edwardsville. Collinsville needs to take advantage of it. I don't think the Kahawks have scored any points off of the 4 turnovers, so we need to hit that category a little harder. Here's Kristen Mitchell over on the far side. We're just underway here in quarter number 2. Into the corner for Bush. Back out to the left wing for Liljegren. Back to Bush, across the way for Mitchell. Back to Faith, over to Astasia, and she'll shoot one from there. That one goes all the way over the rim. And Sydney Harris catches it on the other side. Tries to get out of the backcourt. She'll hand it off now to Love. And Love will work her way through traffic and bring it over toward the top of the key. 6 minutes to play here in this second quarter. On the wing for Roberts. Roberts, one dribble. And then we'll hand the ball off to Harris. Back out front for Evans. Over on the far side wing for Smith. Into the corner for Love for another three-point shot. That one skips across the rim and into the Kahok bench. That will be Collinsville's ball.
Lots of high screens there for Edwardsville. Kahok defenders trying to work their way through that. Edwardsville eventually works the ball back the other way and settles for the 3 in the corner.
Last playoff meeting, by the way, was February the 18th of 2010. That turned out to be the last game in the Lady Kahok head coaching career of Steve McFall. Rebound belongs to Edwardsville after the missed shot. And the Tigers bring it back up. Here is Love.
He's going to the Hall of Fame or something?
I believe so.
Coach McFall? Yeah, that's good to hear.
Yeah. I asked Coach Billy about that. That was early in the year.
Yeah, that was a while back.
22-5. This one is gotten out of hand quick and early here. But the good news is there's lots of time left. Here is Ariana Bennett, who came in off the bench earlier and hit the only free throws that were taken on the Edwardsville side. Kristen Mitchell goes out. Jenna Scheller comes back in. In the corner, wide open for 3, and that one is an air ball as well. And on the other side this time was Katie Knutson. And underneath the basket, that pass was attempted for Scheller, but it's picked off by Berg. And up come the Lady Tigers with a give and go, and the cleanup job belonging to Ariana Bennett. She knocks in 2 more points. She now has 4. 24-5 in favor of Edwardsville. Here is Faith Liljegren. Liljegren over onto the right side now. Far side sideline to Scheller. Outside Knutson for 3. That one just misses. And the rebound, Liljegren. Little underhand fingertip goes in for Faith, and she's on the board with her first 2 points. 24-7. Got to start to come back somewhere, right? How about now? Here is Love. 4:20 left to play here in this first half. Hands the ball off to Berg. Berg will in turn hand the ball off to Harris. Harris drives the lane outside of it, dumps it off for Berg. Underneath, shot won't go, gets a rebound, and then she's fouled by Scheller.
Scheller did a good job standing there, making it tough on Berg for the first shot. Wasn't able to clean it up for the rebound and gets the foul here on the second shot.
Berg to the free throw line. 19 of 20 this year. That's pretty good.
Whoa. 95%.
And hits the first one. Berg ready to go with the next and misses.
Whoa.
Which I guess is rare for her. Here comes Jordan Gary, the 5'6 freshman on the floor for Collinsville. To Knutson. Knutson kicks it back outside now for Natalie Becker, who will take it back out front for Faith Liljegren. To Knutson. She'll try to get it past the double team. No room there on the baseline. Kicks it back outside for Gary. Now over on the far side for Becker. Becker making the baseline and threw it over the head of Knutson, and it's picked off by the Tigers, but Faith Liljegren steals it right back, and Knutson puts it off the glass for her first field goal.
It's that play by Liljegren there to find that ball, keep the Kahoks in it, and get the basket.
25-9, 3.5 minutes to go. Berg throws it over into the near corner, and nothing doing there on that shot, and picking up that loose ball and putting it back in was Elle Evans.
Mismatch there. If she gets it with Gary underneath, she just had to stay tall there and was able to lay it in.
Knutson drives through the lane and travels. Guys, that's the 13th turnover here in this half for Collinsville. They had 18 in the game at CHS, so if they don't find a way to curb that a little bit, they're going to blow that one away. Edwardsville with the ball, and Macy Sylvie into the game for the first time. Berg hands the ball off to Evans. Evans stops up over on the left wing. Now over here on the right side. Here comes a three-point shot. That one misses the mark off of the hands of Sydney Harris, and a jump ball called. Possession arrow in favor of the Tigers, so they'll keep it.
Edwardsville's three-point shooting a little suspect more than you would think. They usually knock them down, but they've been able to get a lot of the rebounds, so they have not been afraid to keep on shooting it.
And they're 4 of 10 from three-point land right now, and here comes shot number 11, and that one skips across the rim. Katie Knutson there with the rebound for Collinsville, and the Kahawks bring the ball up. Here is Faith Liljegren. Liljegren does a little head fake on the left wing and then gives the ball up for Becker. Becker bounces the ball over to the freshman Gary. Gary In turn, gives it up to Knutson. 2:25 left to play here in this first half. Knutson back out to Liljegren, and she'll use the Knutson screen to get all the way over in the corner. Back to Knutson. Head fake on the three. Kicks it out for Gary, who does the same for Becker. And now Liljegren with it again. Just outside the lane for Knutson. Kind of almost daring Bennett to slap that ball out of her hands, and there's another rebound for Edwardsville. Bennett gets the ball up for Sylvie. Back out front, Berg for three. That one skips off the rim, goes right back to Berg.
That's why you follow your shot there.
Yeah, and a shot that goes awry and ends up bouncing right to Katie Knutson. 1:40 left to play here in this first half. It's been all Edwardsville thus far, 27-9. Lady Tigers have the lead over the Lady Kahawks up underneath, and that was for Scheller, but knocked out of bounds by Edwardsville, and they'll make a 5-player change. Whole player line, it's like hockey. Line changes. Collinsville's going to trade out a few as well. Mitchell comes back in. Doyle comes back in. Gary and Becker go out.
70% of the players who were just out there a moment ago are now on the bench.
Yep. Here's Liljegren all the way back at the Edwardsville Tiger logo at center court to Kristen Mitchell, free throw line. Mitchell pulls up her dribble, looks for and finds Liljegren after she couldn't find anyone else to throw it to. Liljegren over here on the left wing. Bounce pass over to Knutson, a straight up pass over to Doyle. Doyle drives, free throw line, cuts in, almost had that ball ripped out of her hands. And now Liljegren tries to work it up inside once again for Schiller. Turnaround shot, can't get it to go. Rebound belongs to Edwardsville. Tigers work it up with 1 minute to go here in this first half. Here is Love. 27-9 Edwardsville. Tigers looking for more here before this first half comes to a close. Bounce pass over to Love. Jacqueline Anderson into the game for the first time for Edwardsville. She has the ball on the right wing. Bounce pass to the free throw line for Amanda Mills off the glass. And good for 2 points for Maria Smith.
All the Kahoks selling out, swinging to the left there. Maria Smith just knew she had to go just a little wider and have that lane to the basket, gets it, and the foul.
Jenna Scheller picks up that foul. Collinsville only has 5 of those. Edwardsville only has 1 foul in this half. And that sent Katie Knutson to the free throw line where she hit 1 of 2. Here is Liljegren with 20 seconds left in this first half. Here is Scheller, and it won't go in for her, but she will go to the free throw line as the foul gets handed out to Amanda Mills, the 5'9 senior. Only the team's second. Scheller up to the line. Where she in the varsity uniform has hit 4 of 7 free throws this year. Misses on the first one. And she'll have one more coming her way with 16 seconds left to play. Trying to get double digits. There you go. 10th point for the Kahawks comes on a 1-for-2 performance from the free throw line for Jenna Scheller. Here is Kiara Love. Love across the timeline. 10 seconds left. Over into the corner, almost out of bounds, and now it's knocked away. And now there's a chance for Love, and she'll take care of another 2-pointer from the corner right before the buzzer sounds, and that's the way that the first half comes to a close. Kahawks are in some trouble here. They trail by 22 points to the Kahawks, 32-10. Time now for the Cafe Agape halftime show, brought to you by my good friend Ron McGee and everybody over at Cafe Agape. You want some great food? Well, Cafe Agape is the place to go, folks. They have awesome food. They have burgers the size of your head. They have some homemade meatloaf, pork steaks, mashed potatoes, green beans, corn, all kinds of stuff. It is very, very good. I got full off of that stuff over the summer when I was working there. So I can attest. It is very good, homemade. Ron does a really good job, and catering is his big gig. That's where he makes most of his money. So if you guys have anything coming up here in this springtime we're getting ready to head into, then give him a call. Business luncheon, wedding, you name it. If it can be catered, Cafe Agape, they can cater it. Give them a call at 345 Cafe, 345 2233. Back with the halftime show in just a moment here on the Kahok Sports Network.
Cafe Agape serves up some of the best sandwiches, burgers, pork steaks, meatloaf, and more in Collinsville. And yes, they do catering. Wedding receptions, luncheons, business meetings, and more. And Cafe Agape is your destination for all of your holiday and party favorites, both main courses and delicious sides. Cafe Agape, check them out at 703 St. Louis Road, or check out the lunch buffet at the Columbus Plaza location on 157 in Collinsville. Call Cafe Agape at 345 Cafe, 345-2233. Yes, they still cater. Cafe Agape, that's some good eats.
Lakeside Roofing in Collinsville. Let the professionals at Lakeside Roofing protect your most important investment, your home or business. Have the elements taken a toll on your roof system? Notice a leaking roof? Maybe it's time for a free roof inspection. Regular maintenance can extend the life of your roofing system by 10 years or more. Lakeside Roofing is your winning team for commercial and residential roofing systems. Lakeside All-Star professionals have installed, repaired, and maintained hundreds of roofs on both sides of the river. Call Lakeside Roofing today at 618-344-2800 in Collinsville or 314-241-5253 or online at lakesideroofing.com. Choose experience, choose Lakeside.
Code 3 Barbecue Supply, home of Code 3 Spices, is first responder owned by proud Kahok alums. Located at 302 East Main Street, Code 3 Barbecue Supply is your home for one-of-a-kind everything barbecue headquarters, providing the best American-made barbecue grills, smokers, rubs, sauces, accessories, and cooking expertise from professional barbecue experts. Code 3 Spices provides award-winning rubs and sauces and donates 25 cents a unit sold to first responder and military organizations to aid the fallen and assist with suicide prevention and PTSD awareness. Stop on by. See the guys at Code 3 Barbecue Supply for all of your cooking and grilling needs. Code 3 Barbecue Supply, home of the Memphis in May first place World Champion Patriot Sauce. Learn more about their products and mission in giving back to those who serve at code3spices.com. Ogle Auctions in Collinsville, the newest in online auctioning. Go to ogleauctionshighbid.com. That's HIBid.com to check out what's up for bid in the next auction. Ogle Auctions deals with everyday items like board games, t-shirts, and more, to collectibles, whether that is a vehicle, vinyl records, or vintage toys. Or how about a trolley car? And Ogle Auctions is always on the lookout for more items. Check out their next online auction at ogleauctionshighbid.com. That's ogleauctionshibid.com. Or call Kim Ogle today at 618-980-4530. Cafe Agape serves up some of the best sandwiches, burgers, pork steaks, meatloaf, and more in Collinsville. And yes, they do catering. Wedding receptions, luncheons, business meetings, and more. And Cafe Agape is your destination for all of your holiday and party favorites, both main courses and delicious sides. Cafe Agape, check them out at 703 St. Louis Road, or check out the lunch buffet at the Columbus Plaza location on 157 in Collinsville. Call Cafe Agape at 345 Cafe, 345-2233. Yes, they still cater. Cafe Agape, that's some good eats.
Back here at Edwardsville High School, I'm Todd Duke and Chris Kettler along with you from Luco Jackson Gymnasium, and we are at halftime. And not a good score, 32-10 in favor of the Edwardsville Lady Tigers. They had a 14-point lead. The Tigers did after one quarter of play when they were leading 19-5, and then they outscored Collinsville in that second quarter 13-5. And that gives them their current 22-point lead. You add that together, that's 32-10. Leading scorer in this one is Kiara Love, 9 points. Elle Evans has 8 points, 5 points apiece for Sydney Harris and Maria Smith. 4 points off the bench for Ariana Bennett, and Kylie Berg off the bench has 1 point as well. Excuse me. For Collinsville, Oh, Katie Knutson has 3 points, 2 points apiece for Liljegren, Bush, and Mitchell, and then 1 point for Jenna Scheller. What is killing Collinsville right now? 2 categories, the rebound category and the turnover category. Right now, Edwardsville out rebounding Collinsville 13-6. Almost those same numbers in the turnover category as well. Collinsville has 13 turnovers. Edwardsville has 7. And Chris Kettler, this could be a lot worse. Collinsville 2 for 4 from the free throw line. Edwardsville's 4 of 5, but from beyond the 3-point stripe, Collinsville is 0 for 5. Edwardsville has hit 4 of 12, and I said it could be a lot worse because they could have hit probably 7 of 12 because they're normally pretty good at those shots.
Yeah, and they're wide open looks, too. They just haven't been falling for them. The Kahoks have just really struggled to get their offense going when they're not turning the ball over. It's been a lot of one-and-dones there. You say Edwardsville's rebounding, and then Edwardsville's also getting second chances on their missed shots, too. So, all in all, it just mix it up, and it's that's how it turns into a 22-point game here at halftime. Just have to look for the little things here come out of the second half and just improve on what you can here in the second half, and look forward to the next game with Coach Billy. Done talking to him here at halftime. Just make some small adjustments here and see if you can't come out with a better third quarter.
Yeah, the Lady Kahoks already coming out of their locker room, so here come the Edwardsville Tigers out of their locker room. Talk about some halftime adjustments, man. Collinsville's going to need to adjust something here, and we'll see what that something is here in just a little bit. Out-of-town scoreboard, I only have one score, and that is a boys' game. And right now, Centralia leading Triad by a score of 33-19 at the half. Blues are off tonight. Billikens are off tonight. How about the Illini in the top 25 for the first time since 2014? Ranked number 24 in the country. So little local teams starting to make some noise. And if SLU Billikens basketball, they keep up their hot torrid pace, they'll make it up to the top 25 at some point, especially I think if they beat Dayton on Friday.
Yeah, that's going to be a big game there. They're saying that's going to get sold out. Chaffetz will really be happening. And on a Friday night, I don't see too many college games like that on a Friday night. That'll be great to see.
I think it's already a sellout. I think they announced it earlier that it's already sold out.
Yeah, I must saw it just this morning. They said they only had a few tickets left. And then they've been having the boys rankings just finally came out. Been waiting for them all day, and Collinsville has slipped up to into a tie for number 2 with Evanston Township.
Nice. So I didn't know that they would come out after only being released last week. And, of course, we're here in Edwardsville, home of the Tigers. Saw earlier today that Tiger graduate and current Ohio player A.J. Epinesa is going to forego his senior season and get in the NFL draft.
Yeah, it'll probably be a first-round pick, maybe middle of the first round or something. It'll be a load there in the NFL. It's a pleasure to see him on the football field, the basketball court, too. He led that great Edwardsville basketball team a few years ago. Mark Smith won the Holiday Classic and did some good things. Of course, great things on the football field.
Yes, he did. All right, that's going to do it for our halftime show. We have a little bit of time left. When we come back, we'll have second half action for you here on the Kahok Sports Network.
All Pro Tees in Caseyville is your place for custom apparel and has been for over 20 years now. Why? All Pro Tees can handle any size project, big or small, and they specialize in large group orders. At All Pro Tees, quality is number 1 on their list of priorities, as is evident by their excellent customer service. Did we mention All Pro Tees has over 20 years of experience? They can even help with fundraisers and event merchandising for your group. So for all of your apparel needs, for civic groups, sports teams, business outings, or even a family reunion, your apparel needs stop at All Pro Tees. All Pro Tees in Caseyville, right across the street from Kahok Stadium. Online at allprotees.com or on Facebook at All Pro Tees. Or call All Pro Tees at 344-2200. Pack Mail of Collinsville, locally owned and operated by Ryan Combs. Pack Mail can ship anything, anywhere. They treat you like a neighbor because, well, you are a neighbor. Pack Mail offers shipping materials and containers, private mailboxes, as well as climate-controlled self-storage. Visit Pack Mail at 407 Beltline Road in Collinsville. Online, WeShipSt.Louis.com or call Pack Mail at 346-4884.
Kahawks get the ball first as we're underway here in this second half. Collinsville trailing by 22 points. They're going to need to score quickly and do it often. Here is Liljegren. Liljegren will dump it off, and that's not what you want to do. Turnover right off the bat, and here comes the Edwardsville Tigers, and they will turn the ball over in turn. So thank you very much. Collinsville will have another crack at scoring first here in the second half. Knutson takes it all the way down, stops at the free throw line, gives to Bush at the top of the key. Over to Kristen Mitchell in front of her own bench. Now back out front for Liljegren. Liljegren over on the far side for Doyle, into the corner for Bush. Bush gives it up for Knutson. She'll launch a three-point shot, and that one's just a little strong. Hit right where the glass meets that big fat orange part on the back of the rim and came right down into an Edwardsville Lady Tigers hand. Here's Love over on the far side for Harris. Or excuse me, that is Evans. Now back to Harris, and underneath, no good. Kristen Mitchell picks up the rebound as that ball hit off the bottom of the rim. So here comes Kristen Mitchell and the Kahawks. Mitchell cuts through the lane, and no call on anything.
No call down here on the other end, no call there. Referees, I guess maybe already seen enough. We're going to bite our whistles.
I guess. That could have, went either way, actually, a charge or
yeah.
Never. Man, that was a quick 5 seconds. Wow. Didn't we were, okay, never mind.
Doyle struggled to get it in, was just about to get it in, but
yeah.
Call happens.
Here's Love. That was a fast 5 seconds, man. Over to Harris. Harris over on the far wing. Now over under the free throw line for Roberts, and Roberts dumps it off to Smith. Maria Smith, reverse layup. Can't get it to get all the way up there. And a second attempt, no good. And this one knocked out of bounds by Caitlin Roberts. So Collinsville will get the ball back after a couple of rebound tries there for Edwardsville. Still 32-10. We are approaching 2 minutes gone in this third quarter, and no one scored yet, and that's not good if you're the Collinsville Kahawks down by 22. Here's Doyle. Free throw line for Mitchell. Mitchell pulls back, takes a shot. That's partially blocked, and the loose ball falls right down into the hands of Maria Smith. To Love. Fires it up for Harris. Harris didn't have any resistance over there at all and puts in an easy 2 points.
Yeah, Rizzo was able to beat him in transition. Pretty much any time they won, that was wide open.
There's Liljegren, and she travels.
Started to lose the handle on the ball anyway. It was
yeah.
Fall in Tigers' hands.
I don't even know why they called it travel, because I don't think the ball was in her hands when her feet was moving. It was flopping around up there, and Caitlin Roberts was getting ready to take control of it. Here is Kiara Love. Love all the way back in the slot area, and now over to Evans. Evans hands the ball off, and back to Love. Offset free throw line shot, no good. Rebound. That one belongs to Astasia Bush.
All right, okay, let's get a rebound there. Hold the Tigers that one opportunity.
There's Liljegren. Moving in, dumps it off to Knutson. Knutson at the end of her bench. Rolls all the way around to the top of the key for Doyle. Far side now for Liljegren. Offset free throw line, and a foul coming up. This one looks like it's going to go against Maria Smith. She was the one who had the look on her face like, what, me? That's her first. That's only the second foul in this entire game for Edwardsville. As Berg checks back in. Caitlin Roberts to the bench, excuse me. Doyle a little faster with the inbound pass this time to Liljegren. She's into the paint underneath for Knutson. Good for 2 points.
Buddy at Knutson driving, walking through the baseline there. Liljegren fights through the traffic in the middle to find her.
Handoff goes from Love to Berg. Berg picks up her dribble, gives to Harris. Harris dribbles back to the top of the key. And now over onto the right wing. She'll hand the ball off to Love. Love back into the corner now for Harris. 4:45 to play here in this third quarter. Bounce pass baseline to Harris. She'll kick it back out on a one-hand pass to Berg and get it right back. That's a lane violation by Maria Smith. She had that look on her face again. What, me? 10th turnover for the Tigers. 3 of them has come here in this quarter. And Collinsville trying to take advantage. Here is Knutson, and her errant ball goes to find Mitchell, and then Mitchell travels.
At least she battled for the ball there, got back to it, then tried a little too hard there to get the ball in the basket, not set herself. Maybe kick it back out and work some offense.
Sylvian Bennett check back into the game now for the Tigers. Here is Kiara Love, the former Kahok. Brings it up across the timeline. 4:15 left to play here in quarter number 3. To Berg, top of the key. Berg shuffled her feet. No call there. And now over to Harris on the wing. Harris dribbles and drives just outside the lane, takes the shot. Shot's not going to count. Foul on the floor. This one's going to go against Knutson or Mitchell. They were down there.
Knutson going to bump her from driving in on her, try to clear her out a little more, make it harder for her, but she gets called for the foul.
Her first foul here in the second half for Collinsville. And Kiera Love will inbound all the way back out top of the key for Berg. One bounce over to Harris. Harris bluffed the three, pulls it in the perimeter, and gets fouled from behind by Natalie Becker. Becker, her first. So up to the free throw line will be Sydney Harris. Harris leads her team with points, 265 as a matter of fact, averaging 16.6 a game, 93% shooter from the free throw line, coming in having hit 40 of 43. Man.
You think they work on free throws?
You think? And she's just a sophomore. 2 more points from the free throw line for Harris. Sydney Harris, sorry. Here is Faith Liljegren. Liljegren kicks it to Bush in the corner. Bush back to Liljegren over here on the right wing. Into Kristen Mitchell. Mitchell off the glass too hard. And it bounces right into the hands of Sylvie. She just now crosses the timeline. Over on the far side, Berg underhand, can't get it to go up, and somehow that ball got saved. And right into the hands of Faith Liljegren. She drives and has that ball kicked out of bounds by Miss Love. And now a wholesale player change going on once again here for Lori Blade and her Edwardsville Lady Tigers. 5 in, 5 out.
Some sloppy stuff from both teams.
The other 4 on the bench still in their black warm-up jersey, so we'll see if they budge here in a little bit. Gary over to Liljegren. Liljegren inside Knutson, has that ball knocked away and out of bounds by Knutson. She was battling there with Elle Evans and lost that battle. 36-12. Tigers are up. 3:09 left to play here in this third quarter. Got more girls basketball coming up for you Thursday as we continue this small road trip. We'll be at Belleville West Thursday. We'll see if we have some basketball for you Friday. Weather's supposed to turn nasty. There is a dribble drive by Anderson, now up underneath the basket. No luck on the basket by Maria Smith, but she's going to head to the free throw line. Mitchell picks up her third. Maria Smith to the free throw line. Misses. She hit 1 in the first half. She's just a 79.3% free throw shooter for this team. She's the outlier. Caitlin Roberts at 92.9%. Evans at 95. Harris at 93. Mentioned earlier Berg at what was that, 93 also?
Man, you'd hate to be a late game situation where you need to foul somebody due to a foul.
I know.
Doesn't matter. They're all going to make it.
Here's a pass for Jenna Scheller, who's in now for Kristen Mitchell and her 3 fouls. Knutson bounces it back outside now for Liljegren. Liljegren back over here for Gary. Jordan Gary back to Knutson, inside to Scheller, back outside for Becker. Knutson to Liljegren. 2:20 left to play here in this third quarter. Here's Gary.
Kahoks trying to work some offense here, and then Liljegren just ends up losing a handle on the ball. I'd like to see a good possession there where they work it in. Don't worry about the score there. Try to get some offense going and run a play and get a basket.
Kahawks down by 25. 2 minutes to play here in this third quarter. Double team and almost a steal. Now the ball on the ground. Jump ball called. And again, possession arrow in favor of the Tigers. Next game for Edwardsville. Back here at home Friday versus Alton. Girls basketball game on a Friday. That's strange.
They might be doing that with a boys doubleheader. Edwardsville seems to do that a lot.
Yeah, they did that last weekend too, didn't they?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Another jump ball called. This time the possession arrow is in favor of Collinsville, so Kahawks will get the ball back. .145 left to play. And more wholesale player changes. Same 5 that just went out came right back in. Here's Jordan Gary, the freshman for Collinsville. She brings the ball up across the timeline with Riley Doyle and Gary doing her thing out front. Over to Doyle in the corner. Doyle, baseline, no room there. Kicks it back out and back over here to Becker, who gives it back to Gary. Back over to Natalie Becker, top of the key. Inside for Scheller, just outside the lane. Turn around. She didn't even jump. She just turned around and shot it, did Scheller. Her first field goal this night.
There you go. Nice possession there for the Kahoks. Worked the offense. Got what the Tigers gave him there.
There's Kiera Love. Out to Berg at the top of the key. Berg hands the ball off to Harris. And Harris almost lost it. Nice try there by Natalie Becker. Over here on the wing. Now back to the top of the key for Berg. Out to Kiera Love. Here is Harris, and a three-point shot misses the mark. And the rebound belongs to Collinsville. Edwardsville beat O'Fallon Friday night, 61-47. That was their 58th straight Southwestern Conference victory.
And, yeah, when Collinsville had beat him, it was something like 89. So, yeah, do that math.
Yeah.
140 of 145, 146, something like that.
Yeah, that's unbelievable. Here's Riley Doyle. 4-3, that one's good. There you go.
Yeah, Kahoks might win this quarter yet.
Here's Love bringing the ball up with 10 seconds left to play. Only loss this year, by the way, is 56-54 to Incarnate Word at the Visitation Holiday Tournament. That was in the championship game, and that was on the 28th of December.
It's one of the tougher tournaments there in St. Louis area. Tigers had hosted one here for many years, and then having trouble getting some teams, and they decided to go over to St. Louis, play some tough competition.
Three-point shot. That was a air ball for Kiera Love. And it's a 17 game.
Kahoks going to win this quarter here.
1 second left. Lodgegren picks the ball up. Half-court shot at the buzzer. A little bit short. Well, ahead of the fourth quarter. Edwardsville 37, Collinsville 17, and we will be back in just a moment after a brief timeout here on the Kahok Sports Network. The Times-Tribune, Madison County's longest-running leading independent newspaper. The Times-Tribune has now added Collinsville to their coverage area this year, including coverage of City Hall, happenings in Collinsville, as well as coverage of the Unit 10 schools and the Collinsville Kahawks, plus more. The Times-Tribune is a weekly hometown newspaper that is published every Thursday and has been reporting news and sports in Madison County for over 30 years. Subscriptions are only $32 for an entire year, delivered to your home and the online edition. For more information, call the Times-Tribune at 618-667-3111, online at www.timestribunenews.com, or follow them on Facebook at Troy Times-Tribune.
Looking to buy a new home or sell your current one? Trust the Blaylock team of Keller Williams Marquis Realty with all of your real estate needs. The real estate market is hot right now. Trust the Blaylock team of Keller Williams Marquis to help you find the perfect home or to help you get top dollar for your current home. Give Peyton or Emily Blaylock a call today at 618-780-4622 or visit them online at blaylockteam.com or on Facebook at the Blaylock team.
Todd Duke, Chris Keller back with you. Getting ready to start the fourth quarter here between Collinsville and Edwardsville. Kahawks win that third quarter, outscoring Edwardsville 7-5. They'll need a lot more than that if they want to erase this 20-point deficit here in the fourth quarter. Here is Harris. The starters are back out there for both teams. Three-point shot. That one's off the mark, and the rebound is foul. Looks like it's going to go against Liljegren, I think. No. That's Kristen Mitchell's fourth, so she'll come out.
Just comes back in, and 16 seconds later, back on the bench 4 fouls.
Top of the key for Harris. Harris over on the far side. Here's another three-point shot. What Coach Blade tell them to go out and practice their three-point shots? Man.
You just keep trying them threes.
Well, they don't need three-point shots, that's for sure. Here is Doyle over on the far side for Liljegren. Liljegren dribbles and drives up to that left wing. Back over to Doyle, top of the key. Over into the corner now for Knutson. She bluffs the three, tries to drive baseline. Not a lot of room to move. Smith blocked her off, and then Schiller, another line drive shot without even jumping, gives her a couple more points.
It's a good shot for her. Worked it from the other side earlier. Quick release after getting the ball.
Here's Kiera Love. Love takes it all the way around the outside perimeter. Top of the key now for Evans. Over to Harris. Her shot good. A little floater for Sydney Harris from about 3 feet away. Here's Astasia Bush in front of her own bench. 6.5 to go. That one's knocked out of bounds by Edwardsville. Collinsville will get to keep it. I was looking up some stats today, and I looked up the stats on the STL.com site as Astasia Bush tries for three. That one skips over the net, and the rebound belongs to Riley Doyle. Kick it back out front now for Liljegren, front of the free throw line. Shot high off the glass, good for 2 for Faith Liljegren. And the stats had Collinsville with 17 turnovers and Edwardsville with 4 in that last matchup. I had it 18-14. I was only one off on the Collinsville side, but boy, that can't be right, man. I don't know if Edwardsville turned in all their turnovers. Into the corner, Kiera Love for 3. That one skips across the rim, and the rebound belongs to Maria Smith. She'll put it back up and in, and then she'll walk away and have that primal scream and flex those muscles like she just lifted 500 pounds in a clean jerk. I don't know. Here's Riley Doyle. And a foul coming up against Love, or is that going to go against Harris? Going to go against Love. That'll be her first. That's just the team's third in this whole game.
Whole game.
The whole entire game.
One early and start this third quarter, second one into the half.
Here's Liljegren over in the far side corner. Baseline, Kiera Love has that blocked off. How about the free throw for Jenna Scheller, and a three-pointer Riley Doyle? She already hit one and misses on that one. Rebound belongs to Maria Smith. To Kiera Love. All the way up for Harris. Harris drives right past Knutson, takes the floater. Good for 2, and a bonus shot coming up for Sydney Harris. That's going to go against Jenna Scheller. That'll be her third.
Harris drove in, then Scheller late arriving there. Gives her the bump.
Sydney Harris already 2 for 2. Make that 3 for 3. (47-21) in favor of Edwardsville. Here's Riley Doyle. 5 minutes to go here in this fourth quarter. Over to Astasia Bush. Bush trying to put one up at the basket, or she tried to pass it. I'm not really sure what she tried to do.
Across the Doyle, somebody got a hand on it and it carried him towards the rim and went off of that.
Jenna Scheller.
Their first bonus shots of the game, I believe.
There's Astasia Bush. Yeah, Scheller threw that one up there too. Tried to get that same kind of result. Back to the free throw line goes Sydney Harris. That was the 7th foul for Collinsville, so it's 1-and-1 time for the Tigers, and Harris doesn't miss much. Came in 40 of 43, and she's already hit all of her shots. Here comes number 5. Usually when I say that, that's a jinx automatically. Didn't work this time, did it?
Now Edwardsville knocking on the door of a running clock. 28-point difference to get by 2 more, by 30.
Here's a Bush pass to Knutson, inside to Kristen Mitchell. Mitchell gets fouled underneath by Elle Evans. That's her first. team third. And to the free throw line, Kristen Mitchell for the first time tonight. Kristen Mitchell, 63.6% free throw shooter, hitting 49 of 77 coming into this one, and she hits the first one. Girls are going to be in a tournament next week. Boys are going to be in a tournament next week. We don't have any basketball scheduled next week at all. And Mitchell hits both.
Yeah, the girls start that Highland tournament on a Saturday morning.
Yeah.
That's a big-time tournament over there in Highland, and I see Collinsville finally getting a spot in that. They gave up on trying to host our own tournament.
That one is almost out of bounds. Nice save over there by Faith Liljegren. And Liljegren brings the ball up over on the left wing. Out front now. Well, not really out front. Mitchell dribbles, drives off the glass. Good for two.
There you go, Chaos. Put together a couple back-to-back possessions with some baskets. Mitchell.
There's Love. Over on the far side. And that's Sylvie. Back out to the top of the key now for Evans. Back to Love. Inside for Harris. She tries to back Katie Knutson all the way up and then tries to force it in there. That's a turnover. Back the other way we go. Here's Kristen Mitchell. And Mitchell looking for some help. Gets it in the form of Astasia Bush. Bush over to Gary. Gary into the corner for Knutson. Just outside the lane, Mitchell, one bounce high off the glass, and good for two more. Kristen Mitchell with 6 straight points here, 2 of them coming from the free throw line.
Been in foul trouble. Now she's just rearing back and going to play here in the final minutes. No matter if you foul out at this point, and she gets 6 straight points.
All right, timeout on the floor. We'll step aside as well. Back in just a moment here on the Kahoks Sports Network.
The Junior Service Club of Collinsville has been a proud supporter of KahokSports.com and the Kahok Sports Network from day one. Since 1934, the Junior Service Club of Collinsville has been providing women in the community an opportunity to make a difference with fundraisers and projects, all that go towards helping the needy in Collinsville. If you would like any information on any event sponsored by the Collinsville Junior Service Club, head to Facebook, type in Collinsville Junior Service Club, and then click on the event tab. We thank the Collinsville Junior Service Club for their continued support of the Kahok Sports Network and KahokSports.com.
Collinsville Junior Service Club would like to invite you to a Dine to Donate night, or actually a brunch at the Old Herald Brewery and Distillery. That'll be January 26th, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. For more information, go to oldheraldbrewing.com. 49-27. Kahawks are down in this one. And the Edwardsville Tigers with the ball, and here is Berg with it over on the far side. Now out to the top for Sylvie. Over to this side now for Anderson. Anderson back out to Berg. We're down to 2:50 left to play here in this fourth quarter. And that one almost could have been a travel. Amanda Mills kind of moved her feet. 3-point shot. That one's a little too strong. Rebound, though, belonging to Edwardsville. And then a loose ball picked up by Collinsville. Up to Faith Liljegren. Liljegren moves the ball up. Bounce pass to Gary, but I thought somebody kicked that out of bounds.
I think with the angle that she would have tried to get Gary at and where the ball went, would have had to go off of somebody.
Yeah.
No call there.
So Edwardsville gets the ball back. And it looks like Coach Lori Blade is going to pick up her 500th win as an Edwardsville Tiger head coach. On the wing it goes. Back out to the top of the key for Berg. Berg will dribble and drive, kick it back out for Mills. Back over on the wing now for Sylvie, and around the horn we go. It ends up with Anderson. Anderson back to the top of the key for Bennett. Works it up inside. Berg turns around, takes a shot high off the glass, won't get it to fall. Rebound put back up by Mills, won't get it to fall either. Now we're going to have a foul called against Faith Liljegren. That'll be her first. No, they're going to call it against Natalie Becker. That'll be her second.
Well, with Blades wins here in Edwardsville and the wins in Carrollton, quite a number that has to be.
Yeah.
Any idea where she ranks all time or anything?
732 wins to only 90 losses.
Yeah. Any idea where that ranks her for the
Oh, I have no idea.
State? No.
26th year she's been coaching high school basketball in the state of Illinois.
She's got to be up there, though, in the history of the state.
You would think. First 2 points of the game for Macy Sylvie. Collinsville comes up trailing 51-27 with 1:45 left to play here in this one. Here is a pass around the horn. Astasia Bush ends up with it all the way over in the far side corner. Over to Becker. Over to Gary. Megan Jansen, the 5'1 freshman, is now into the game. Back out front now, Becker. Becker bluffs over this way. Back over to Bush. Cross-court pass. Gary up inside for Scheller. She's triple teamed, so she'll give it up to Becker. Becker's shot won't find the mark. Rebound belongs to Edwardsville. Jacqueline Anderson fires it all the way up and off the glass. Count it for 2 for Amanda Mills. She gets a big hand from the crowd here at Edwardsville High School. And listen, that's her first points here this year or something. No, she's coming with 20.
That big old brace on her leg. Maybe she isn't able to get out there as much as they would like. Could be a bigger contributor and gets that late bucket.
So Mills picks up a three-pointer. 1:05 left to play here in this fourth quarter and in this game. Here is Jansen. Into the corner it goes. Into the game now is Brooke Scott. Scheller back to Scott at the end of her bench. Shot no good. Tickles the bottom of the basket, but didn't hit anything solid. And the loose ball is picked up by Edwardsville. 45 seconds left. Tigers bring it up. Over to Berg. Berg on this side for Mills. Works it back up inside and back to Mills at the free throw line. Up underneath. And a reverse layup. And that one is good for Ariana Bennett. That's her 6th point here in this game. And 56 points now for Edwardsville with 20 seconds left. Scott to Scheller. Turns around, hits the bottom of the rim with that shot. And then the loose ball is picked up by Edwardsville. They bring it up, bounce pass, and off the high glass. Good enough for 3 for Jacqueline Anderson. She's on the board for the first time tonight. 58-20 seconds. Final seconds ticking away here as Scheller with it. And that's going to do it. 58-27 in favor of Edwardsville. They pick up win number 500 for their head coach, Lori Blade. And now the Edwardsville Lady Tigers have won their 59th straight Southwestern Conference victory. Collinsville drops to 8-8 on the year, while the Edwardsville Tigers improve to 17-1. Conference records: Collinsville down to 2-4. Edwardsville stays perfect at 6-0. Time now to transition ourselves into the Chiropractic Works postgame show. Chiropractic Works, owned and operated by Dr. Chris McCluskey. He and his crew are focused on helping as many people as possible live high-quality lives all through chiropractic care and wellness. Visit Dr. McCluskey at Chiropractic Works in Collinsville, 410 Regency Center, just off of the Beltline Road. Give them a call, 343-3602, or online, chiropracticworkscollinsville.com. Postgame show comes your way next on the Kahok Sports Network.
As the Director of Sports Medicine at Next Level Performance Institute, I oversee the care of all of our athletes, many high school, collegiate, and professional. Our goal is to help athletes stay on the field and maximize their performance. We have state-of-the-art diagnostic equipment where we can actually perform testing to get to the root cause of problems that could be getting in the way of athletic performance. When it comes to taking care of athletes, we take a full-body approach. Whether it's musculoskeletal ailments, nutritional issues, organic issues such as headaches, sinuses, digestive issues, we have advanced training to where we can remedy health issues and return that athlete to play as quickly as possible. If you or your athlete are dealing with any kind of nagging sports injury and would like to see if we can possibly help, feel free to give us a call or come by the office anytime.
Pace Design and Construction in Maryville. Whether building a new home, making an addition to the home you currently own, or finally getting around to that remodeling job you've been putting off, Pace Design and Construction in Maryville can help. Pace Design and Construction is a building and remodeling contractor you can trust. They provide the highest quality, they are dedicated to their customers, and are committed to completing your project on time and within budget. Pace Design and Construction in Maryville. Give them a call at 618-407-5466, online at pacedesignconstruct.com, or on Facebook at Pace Construction Design. Are the lights on your dashboard putting on a show? Bring it to Mike's Automotive in Collinsville. Mike's Automotive is also a T3 certified tire center. They can handle all of the basics like oil changes and tune-ups and the not-so-basics like complete engine rebuilds. Mike's Automotive also has 24-hour towing and has 3 locations: Millstadt, St. Louis, and in Collinsville. The Collinsville location is at 1150 St. Louis Road, just blocks from the high school. Or call 345-0611, online at mikesautomotive.net and Mike's Automotive on Facebook. Something old can be something new again. The Old Herald Brewery and Distillery in Collinsville proves that old adage right one more time. Derek and Whitney Reiser, along with brewmaster and distillery operator Torrin O'Brien, Old Herald Brewery and Distillery is not just a place to eat and drink, but more of a must-experience destination in the St. Louis area. With its Collinsville Herald newspaper feel, Old Herald Brewery and Distillery features a restaurant, a tap room, and of course a state-of-the-art one-of-a-kind distillery. Old Herald Brewery and Distillery can handle all of your group functions, as well with an event space that can handle you and 79 of your friends for any large gathering. And the food? Well, simply amazing, with local and new favorites, plus brunch on Sundays. How about bocce ball or bags on the patio? Old Herald Brewery and Distillery in Collinsville, 115 East Clay Street in Collinsville. Give them a call at 855-8027, online at oldheraldbrewing.com, or on Facebook at Old Herald. Sloan's Pub House in Collinsville. Sloan's Pub House is now into their 3rd year of operation on Main Street in Uptown Collinsville. Sloan's Pub House offers daily lunch and dinner specials that feature homemade pizza, burgers, sandwiches, salads, and more. Sloan's Pub House offers a great variety of craft libations for you adults, as well as a great brunch on Saturdays and Sundays. Sloan's Pub House, 119 West Main Street in Collinsville. Give them a call at 618-855-9100 or online at sloanspubhouse.com.
The Collinsville Education Association is a proud supporter of KahokSports.com and the Kahok Sports Network. The CEA is your partner as they work to ensure quality education for our children. The CEA advocates excellence and equity in public education and represent over 400 educators in 11 schools in both Madison and St. Clair counties. For more information, you can visit the Collinsville Education Association's Facebook page or the CEA's website at collinsvillecea.org.
Plumbing or electrical problems? Is your AC or heater on the fritz? There are dozens of companies out there, but do you really know who you're letting in your home? Trust Tiger. Our technicians are clean-cut, drug-free, and background-checked. What other company can make this bold statement? Our 24-hour emergency service will ensure your plumbing, heating, AC, and electric are up and running no matter what time of day it is. Schedule your appointment today. Tiger Plumbing, Heating, Air Conditioning, and Electrical Services. We earn our stripes every day.
As the Director of Sports Medicine at Next Level Performance Institute, I oversee the care of all of our athletes, many high school, collegiate, and professional. Our goal is to help athletes stay on the field and maximize their performance. We have state-of-the-art diagnostic equipment where we can actually perform testing to get to the root cause of problems that could be getting in the way of athletic performance. When it comes to taking care of athletes, we take a full-body approach, whether it's musculoskeletal ailments, nutritional issues, organic issues such as headaches, sinuses, digestive issues. We have advanced training to where we can remedy health issues and return that athlete to play as quickly as possible. If you or your athlete are dealing with any kind of nagging sports injury and would like to see if we can possibly help, feel free to give us a call or come by the office anytime.
And once again, we welcome you back into the Chiropractic Works post-game show here on the Kahok Sports Network. Collinsville drops this one tonight by a score of 58-27. Kahawks drop to 8-8 on the year, 2-4 in Southwestern Conference play. Edwardsville ups their record to 17-1, and they are now 6-0 in conference play as the Edwardsville Lady Tigers take care of this one tonight as Coach Lori Billy joins us now on the post-game program. Coach, that was kind of a tough one to swallow, man. Edwardsville jumped out to that 14-point lead after one quarter of play, and playing catch-up was just harder than ever.
Yeah, first quarter we struggled, obviously, putting the ball in the hole. And we didn't get the ball where we wanted to. We said we wanted to kick the ball inside, and we spent a lot of time shooting from the three-point line, and it's not our strength right now.
I saw you guys were working on that, though, during the pregame warm-ups. When we were listening to your interview in the pregame show, you guys, all your girls were out there taking three-point shots.
Yeah, we're struggling from the three-point line right now, and we said we wanted to get the ball inside and try and go at some of our mismatches, and Maria's a great player and she's tough, but we felt like we could get the ball inside against her and try to go up, and we just didn't get it to happen. So
very well disciplined team, that Edwardsville Tiger team is. Only 4 fouls in the whole game.
Well, yeah. Yeah.
All right, so it was Coach Blade's 500th win here as a Lady Tiger head coach, so congratulations to her. I know that's not what you wanted to talk about here on the postgame program, but she is a friend of yours, so
she is.
She gets to do congratulations. So what do we need to work on? And you only have one day in between your next game. How do you work on things when you only have that much time?
Well, that's kind of the way the next 3 weeks are going to be. We play Thursday against Belleville West, and then we head to the Highland Tournament on Saturday. We catch Breeze Central, and then we'll play Monday. And depending on what we do on Monday, we'll probably play Wednesday and then Saturday, and then we hit the following week after that where we have 4 games in a row. So that's kind of where we are at this point in the season, and so working on what we need to work on is going to come during scrimmages when we're trying to prepare for the next game and change some of the things up that we need to change. So that's really where it's going to happen.
All right, well, it's a quick turnaround for us as well. We got you Thursday at Belleville West, so we'll let you go, and we'll talk to you Thursday.
Thanks, Todd.
All right, and that is head coach Lori Billy of your Collinsville Kahawks. Her team drops this one tonight by a score of 58-27. Here are the particulars of this one. Leading scorer, averaging 16 points a game. She got that. Sydney Harris with 16 points, 11 for Elle Evans. Those were the only 2 in double digits here in this game. 9 points for Kiara Love. She got all 9 of those in the first half, so Collinsville held her scoreless in the second half. Maria Smith, as Coach just mentioned, she's tough. She had 7 points, and the rest of the points came off the bench. Ariana Bennett with 6, Amanda Mills with 3, Jacqueline Anderson with 2, Macy Sylvie with 2, and Kylie Berg had 1. Leading scorer for Collinsville was Kristen Mitchell. She had 8, 5 each for Jenna Scheller and Katie Knutson, 4 points for Faith Lodgren, and 2 for Astasia Bush. Rest of the numbers look like this. Collinsville was out-rebounded tonight, doubled up. The Edwardsville Lady Tigers did, 22-11 in the rebound department. Both teams turned the ball over quite a lot. Collinsville turned the ball over 20 times. Edwardsville with 16. From the lines, Collinsville 1 of 9 from beyond the three-point stripe. And Edwardsville, who's usually a lot better than that, hit 5 of 15, but they're very strong from the free throw line are the Edwardsville Tigers, as they hit 12 of 15, while Collinsville ended up hitting 4 of 6. Here's how it went down. Collinsville got down early and never had a chance to catch back up. Edwardsville had a 14-point lead after one quarter of play when it was 19-5. Edwardsville then outscored Collinsville 13-5 in that second quarter, so a 22-point lead for the Tigers after one half. Third quarter, Collinsville then outscored Edwardsville, but just by a slim margin, 7-5, so they trimmed that 22-point lead down to 20. But then the Lady Tigers outscored Collinsville in that fourth quarter, 21-10, to post that 31-point victory. So congratulations to Coach Lori Blade, her 500th victory as a Lady Tiger head coach, and the Lady Tigers will move on 17-1 on the year, 6-0 in Southwestern Conference play. Collinsville is 8-8 and now 2-4 in the conference. And as I mentioned in the post-game interview, we are back at you Thursday from Belleville West. More Lady Kahok basketball action coming at you. We'll be on the air around the same time, 7:10, 7:15, somewhere around there, depending on the JV game. And then we'll have some basketball action for you. So a big thank you to Coach Lori Billy joining us on the pre- and the post-game show. Big thank you to Chris Kettler manning the camera, and taking his turn on the headset. My name is Todd Duke, and until Thursday night, everyone have a fantastic rest of your evening.